guys, what is going on? Match reaction. Manchester City won, Liverpool won, and the title race is on, in my opinion. You know, I think that result today shows that Liverpool are in it. Whether they win it remains to be seen. I do think Manchester City are still going to win the Premier League title, and comfortably. But I think Liverpool have shown that they can somewhat compete with Manchester City. Because I just think they will compete with Man City, Liverpool. But I just think nearing the end of the season, City usually are just so good. You know, nearing the end of the season, they just drift away from all the other teams, and you know that makes them so good. But you know, I thought this game was a very entertaining 1-1, to be honest. Yes, there was no real clear-cut chances created from either team. But I knew there was always going to be goals in this game, you know, because you've got players of quality. You know, there was never not going to be goals. You know, goals coming from Haaland and Trent Alexander-Arnold, which we'll talk about them goals in a minute. But what I want to say first is Pep Guardiola didn't make any substitutions in this game. I think Klopp made 6 or 5. Pep didn't make any. And, you know, this isn't the first time Pep Guardiola's done this, you know. I don't know what he's doing, Pep Guardiola. Maybe he just didn't trust anybody on the bench. But I do feel if Pep made a sub, City may have won that game, you know. City looked a little bit lost. I think they needed a substitution. I think they needed somebody, you know, who offers something else. I don't know, like a Jack Grealish, you know, or just somebody like that. But you know, Pep didn't sub anybody on, you know, and he's done this before, you know. So, and he's won games like it before. But you know, I think when Klopp made his substitutions, you could see the energy Liverpool had, and those substitutions just brought a bit more drive into Liverpool. And you know, and I think that's why they've got a draw, because Klopp made them changes and Pep didn't make any changes. So I think City fans aren't going to be happy about that, about Pep making no changes. Because in my opinion, I do believe that cost Manchester City this afternoon. But let's talk about the goals. Erling Haaland in the 27th minute, giving Manchester City a 1-0 lead. City have a corner. They go short and it finds a way to Foden on the edge of the box. Has a shot, Foden's deflected. Comfortable save for Alisson. You know, he's got it in his hands, Alisson. Alisson kicks it in the air, absolutely shins it, spinning all over the place. It goes so high up in the air. Ake controls it with no one around him. Ake gets in between 2 Liverpool players, feeds in Haaland, and Haaland's not going to miss from there, let's be honest. Scuffs it, Haaland. Alisson does get a hand onto it, but it does dribble its way into the goal. But I think Klopp's going to be fuming with that goal. Absolutely fuming. The kick out from Alisson is poor. And Ake getting in between 2 Liverpool defenders is also poor. You know, the Ake one, you've got to take him out. You just cannot let a defender, Nathan Ake, get in between 2 Liverpool players. You've got to take him out. And if you take him out, you stop the goal. And they don't take him out. Haaland picks up really good spacing in between. I think there's Van Dijk and Matip. And, you know, like I just said, he's not going to miss from there. Haaland, you know, the quickest player to reach 50 Premier League goals. You know, what an achievement that is. 50 goals in 48 games. You know, the second quickest is, I think, Andy Cole, who did it in 65 games. So, a ridiculous stat that probably nobody will ever break. You know, and I've said if Haaland does stay in the Premier League, he's going to break every goal score record, because he is an absolute machine. But it remains to be seen whether he will stay in the Premier League or will he go somewhere else. But yeah, 1-0 at half time to Man City, and then going into the second half, like I said, I think it was around the 55th minute, Liverpool made their first changes and it changed the game, in my opinion, swung momentum to Liverpool. But it took them a while for Liverpool to score. Trent Alexander-Arnold in the 80th minute, with the pile driver into the bottom left-hand corner. A really good finish by Trent. And, this is what you can do, Trent Alexander-Arnold. We know how he isn't great at defending. Doku had him on strings at times today. But attackingly, he's the best attacking fullback in the world. And, I don't think anybody will, argue that with me. He is the best attacking fullback in the world. It's a wonderful finish by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Hard, low, into the bottom left-hand corner. Ederson's nowhere near it. And Sky Sports gave him man of the match, which, I somewhat agree with. He got the goal, but I thought Doku today was unbelievable. He had a lot of the ball, Doku, and I thought he was very, very good as Jeremy Doku. Didn't score, didn't assist, but just his pace is frightening. There was one point that he had Matip one-on-one, and he basically walked past Matip. It was hilarious. But no, a really good game of football in my opinion. Entertaining, but the title race is on, because I think at Anfield, Liverpool beat Man City. I do believe that. I thought Man City were going to win this game 3-1. They obviously didn't. And it's a good. I think obviously the result benefits Liverpool. Away from home. Going in expecting a draw or a defeat, and you get the draw. It's 1 point. It's good, and I believe now, looking at that league table, if Arsenal win tonight against Brentford, they go top of the table. So big incentive there for Arsenal to beat Brentford and go top of the Premier League table. But Brentford are no pushovers. It's going to be a tough game for Arsenal. But guys, let me know in the comments what you thought of the match. But yeah, please please subscribe. It's so good to have the match reactions back. Turn on notifications as well, and I'll catch you later.